What's up, folks? It's your boy DT 2.0, and I'm back with another video once again. Um, and it's the new year, and I'm just like you guys, impatiently waiting for these RTX 30 series laptops to come out, right? I think they're coming out at the end of this month and beginning of next month. I'm impatiently waiting on the Asus and the MSI laptops to hit the market, and then Alienware hasn't even, or Dell hasn't even mentioned it yet. But we'll save that video for another day. Today's video is just I guess, a update to what I did about a month ago. Right, I did a video about a month ago that showing that you can hook your gaming laptop up to your TV to get the same or better performance and better graphics than the current and last gen consoles. You get just as good graphics, and if your TV and video card can support it, great frame rates with some tweaks depending on the game. Yeah. Well, today I have my Alienware m15R3 with the RTX 2070 Super connected to an LG 4K OLED, max 60 frames per second or 60 hertz. So for those of you that have the 300 hertz version of the Alienware m15R3 and kind of question whether you should have got the 4K OLED model, you can still play your game in 4K. Just hook it up to your TV, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be an OLED, but you can still get that 4K, squeeze that 4K juice out of your graphics card, right? So all you have to do is just connect it to your TV, or if you want to spend some extra money, hook it up to your gaming monitor or buy another 4K gaming monitor. Now, my OLED is a few years old, so my max frame rate is 60 hertz. Same as you will get is if you got your Alienware with the OLED screen. On my Alienware M15R3, the max is 60 frames per second. As of now, right, with the PS5 and Xbox Series X, they're about the same. So I know some people that has the PS5 and Xbox Series X will probably get their I'm not gonna say panties in a bunch, but I just did. But it is what it is. With some tweaks, you can get the same or better performance. So the only reason that you will be buying those consoles is for their exclusives, which they strategically do. So you have to buy the console. I like to wait, but don't quote me on that because I like electronics. Right? I know AK is on the horizon, and laptops will probably be able to support it, and I'm pretty sure these gaming consoles will be able to support it. But with the prices of those TVs, the hell with that. I'll wait. I said the same thing when 4K came out. I'll wait. We waited all out. Now everybody and their mom has 4K TVs all out the yin yang. Right? Now, with my TV, if my TV can support higher than 60 frames per second at 4K, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do it. But with this particular TV, in this OLED being a few years old, max I can do is 60, which is just fine. It's the same as my PS4 Pro and my Xbox One X. So after playing with this, and here's a spoiler, and I am going to run through a few games. I'm not just showing this just to be showing it. It can hit 4K 60 with some adjustments, depending on the game, like I said earlier. What I did find out during my testing is there's a sweet spot, and that sweet spot is 1440p. So you can downgrade your resolution or down your resolution to 1440p, and you will probably really have to look to see the differences, but you can get a steady, solid 60 frames per second in each game with no issues. At 4K, it'll dip every now and again depending on the area that you're in, but at 1440p, that's the sweet spot. So what I'm going to do is run through some gameplay of Tomb Raider, which in my opinion is one of the best looking games I've seen in a long time, and I still haven't seen another one just as good yet. And then after that, I'm going to run the benchmark just so you guys can see. Then I'll fire up NBA 2K21 and get my ass kicked in that a little bit at 4K. And lastly, I'll run the benchmark for Assassin's Creed and let you see how that performs, right? Because that one, it gets choppy in that one. I'm not gonna lie. I know there's a lot more games out there, but these are the ones I've been testing that has great graphical content that'll push these cards to their limits. You'll hear the fans on my M15 going, but that's the way I have it set up when I fire up Tomb Raider with the settings in the Alienware Control Center or Alienware Command Center or whatever they call it. The ACC is what I call it. If you want to see a quick video on how to set that up, let me know. So with that, here we go. So I had to make some tweaks to my TV to make it, I guess, more presentable. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to load a game. Let's just do City of the Serpent. And this is at 4K right now. So, and I have the frame rates using the GeForce software up in the upper right hand corner. I'm trying to be quiet during this gameplay, but yeah, who knows? I might die a few times, but who cares?
Thank you, Kukulkan. This gift of renewal. We are prepared to receive your power. They're with you. This ritual is mine to complete.
Even his nose be flaring up.
It's all wrong.
No. It was always theirs. Give us the box.
No. Never. I must protect my deity.
We all create destiny. Not just you. All of us. Together.
Head strong to the end.
This is Commando. All units, solid control points, and hold! Hold at all costs. This is Rourke. When the ritual is completed, you will all be saved, and those who give their all will be rewarded. That sentimental attitude is gone.
No.
Will run everything. Do you think transistors are making TV? A new world is coming, unlike anything you've ever yet. You're on
Killing my ass.
You've never had a chance.
This is Paladin 1. I'm surrounded. Out of ammo. No, please, no!
Jonah, Rourke is dead. I'm going after Dominguez to stop the ritual.
We'll hold them off as long as we can. This is Zeta Team. The High Council is being overrun. We need a...
So I'll leave it at that. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out to the main menu. And as you can see, right now it drops to the max, or the least was like 45 frames per second. So what I'm going to do is just run the benchmark at 1440p, just so you guys can see. But what I did this, when I changed the resolution while I was in game, while I had it hooked up to the TV, it did crash. So I'm not going to hide it from you guys. If it crashes, I'll just show you. I'll probably cut the video while I get it back up, but it is what it is. So I looked up and it didn't crash. Now I'm going to run the benchmark at 1440 just so you guys can see. And as you can hear, my fans of my M15R3 still running. Doesn't bother me. They got a little bit more quiet as the game went on. Plus, I had the sound up loud, but my base module is not turned on right now. This is 1440p. Can't see much difference between this on this TV from this distance. All I notice is that it's a lot smoother, but it maintains those 60 frames easily. Not one hiccup. So as you can see, the not one hiccup during the whole benchmark while set at 1440p. It's just like having it hooked up to a console, but it's just my computer. As you can see, it says average frame rate 59 frames per second. I'm good with that. So we're going to cut the video, and then I'm going to go over to NBA 2K21. So here we are with NBA 2K21. What I did notice about NBA 2K, just in general, whenever it does the cutscenes, it automatically drops the frame rates in half. But as soon as the gameplay starts, it goes back up to the max the frame rate that the video card can support, and of course your display can support. So as you can see, it'll go back up to nearly 60, and here we are playing just like we're on, getting my ass beat already. R.I.P. Kobe. And as you can hear, for my NBA 2K21 settings in Alienware Control Center, you don't hear the fans at all because I don't have it set to go at high speed for this game since it's pretty much stagnant. You're just in a stadium. And as y'all can see, I'm getting my butt whipped and I'm cheating. Don't do it. Oh, he just snatched this shit. Now, when I do run this game on my TV in my bedroom, which just happens to be a Samsung QLED, last year's model, it can run at 4K over 60 frames per second. Definitely at 1440p, near 120 frames per second. And I think I did that in my last video. But as you can see, graphics are great. This is 4K, right? This is a cutscene, so it drops it in half. But graphically, it's great, and it's just like I have a console, except I didn't waste my money on a console because I wanted to invest and use that money to maybe upgrade my graphics card inside the gaming computer that I wanted to use for not just for gaming, but for other shit. In my case, I needed one for work. I just decided to buy a gaming computer in order to solve two problems with one solution. And again, I'll express to you once again, this game is coded to where the frame rate drops in half, but it still looks smooth. It's still 30 frames per second, and it still looks buttery smooth to me. Maybe because they're not moving fast right now, but as soon as we go back to gameplay, regular gameplay, it'll go back up to 60 frames per second, as you can see, because we're getting ready to move. Right? I've been playing 2K since it came out on Dreamcast. Alright. If you guys have any other games that you want me to play, just let me know. I'll purchase them and then play them on here. Oh, shook him. Bucket. My defense is butt. Don't leave him open like that. Oh. Alright, so that's NBA 2K21. As you can see, no issues playing this game on my 4K OLED LG TV max frame rate of 60 frames per second or 4K 60 hertz. So here we are in Assassin's Creed, and what I'm going to do is go to my options, and as you can see, it notices my active monitor is one LG TV. It says my resolution right now is set at 1440p, and the refresh rate, the highest I can go is 60 hertz because it's recognizing what the TV can support, and I do have VSync on. So what I'm going to do is run the benchmark at that, and I'm going to turn this shit down because it's drowning out my voice, but I'm going to run the benchmark just to show you guys the frame rates that it can hold at that sweet spot. Right now I'm maxing out at 60, but I ain't doing shit right now. So run benchmark, yes. All right, I haven't bought the new one yet, but I'll probably do that today and then start playing that and then running through those things. And probably once I get these RTX 3070 computers in here, and I buy these with my own money, right? I don't have no goddamn, I don't have enough subscribers, which I didn't really intend to have a lot of subscribers or any subscribers. I just like doing this shit for fun, but I don't get sponsored by anything. So anything you see that or anything that I bring in here in my quote unquote studio, fucking living room in an apartment complex, is bought with my own money. I notice at the very end of this, anytime I run it, unless I'm running it on the GE66 that I had in here, I noticed that it gets really choppy once it starts showing the landscape at the very end. You may notice it, but then again, I'm recording in 4K 60, so you may not see it, but it does get choppy, and I'll tell you exactly where it gets choppy at, even with VSync on. You can see it's getting a little choppy and it's starting to shred up right here, but right here at this part, this is where it gets really, really jaggy and janky and choppy. during this landscape. So if you can see that, let me know. If you can't, just take my word for it. It does, showing this landscape right here, it does get choppy. Whether it affects gameplay or not, I don't think so. It hasn't. Anytime I play this game, it works just fine. It shows that the frames per second was maxed out at 82. Obviously, it wasn't showing that because my TV can't support it, but it's letting you know that it was pushing 82 frames per second. But, you know, if I run this same test at 4K, which I'll do here in a second, then you'll be able to see how it drops, you know, and gets a little bit more jaggy and choppy. So with that being said, do not regret getting the 300 hertz option. If you want those buttery smooth frame rates, get 300 hertz option. And then when you have a feeling you want to play at a higher resolution, don't go buy a 1440p gaming monitor, or don't go buy a 4K gaming monitor. Hook the shit up to your TV, and you got a whole PS5 sans exclusives right in your own house, right? I'm only saying that, and I ain't hating on PS5, but I'm only saying that because I can't get my hands on one yet, and I'm jealous in the motherfucker. Let's just be real. We all are, if you're into consoles. But I just want one in here just so I can fucking play it and then see, right? If I really wanted to play Spider-Man, I'll get the shit on a fucking PS4 Pro, which will play it at 4K just fine. God damn it. So I'm going to run it at 4K this time. I'll do some editing so you won't hear the shit that I just went through. But anyway, I ran it at 1440p last time. I said that was the sweet spot, but for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you can run it at 4K, but it gets just a little bit more janky and jaggy and you know, not as efficient as it should be. Right now, who knows? When I get these new laptops in here with these RTX 30 series cards, maybe they could, maybe they should, maybe they would. I'll be interested to find out, and I'm excited. I'm excited like hell to get them in here. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I'm excited like hell. I can't wait till the end of this month when they start showing up, because I really want that Asus Duo 15 Duo. I think that's gonna make me give up my Alienware. Toss this shit clean out the window for that Duo. But don't quote me on that, you know, for my shit start breaking on or start acting up on for no reason, because it's jealous. All right. So here we are at 4K, running the benchmark. This is the easiest part of the benchmark, but when you get outside, it gets a little bit more ugh. It looks good, but it's a lot more jaggy. You may not be able to see it, but I can see it. But then again, if you have a regular Xbox One S, it's going to run at 30 frames per second. If you have a regular PS4, it's going to run at 30 frames per second. So for you guys that do have it, that do want to play these games on your TV, you're still going to get at least 20 more frames per second on your playing on your TV, right? But by playing with your gaming computer. So all money is not wasted. So when you guys are asking, if you're young and you're asking your parents to buy your gaming laptop, yeah, you have dual reasons. But look at this. It is janky and jaggy and giving me a headache. If you can't see this, man, I wish I can go in slow motion, because this is it is yeah. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Run it at 1440p. As a matter of fact, until these RTX 30 series graphics cards come out, run all your games at 1440p. That's what I recommend going forward, and that's probably what I'll do moving forward, because it'll give you the best performance. You know, that's balancing out graphical content or graphical quality and then performance as far as frame rates. So with that being said, that's the end of this video. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. If you want me to play another game, I can do that. I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to play the fucking game and then and let y'all see. But any questions, hit me in the comments. If somebody answers it, I won't answer it. But if somebody doesn't answer it, I try to get back to you guys within a day or so. I've been stuck in the house, COVID, just like everybody else. So I don't have shit to do. So please bother me. Thank you. This is DT 2.0. Thanks for watching. Peace.